God still raises people from the dead.
Friends, if anyone still doesn't believe in resurrection from the dead, let me share two stories with you.
And here's the first one.
This happened to my father. It was just a few days before Easter. We were living in Sacramento at the time. He went to Fresno, where they had a gathering with other brothers in the Christian faith. During their meeting, they suddenly heard a woman screaming. They ran toward the sound. They found a child that had drowned in the pool and was floating lifelessly. They pulled the child out and laid him on the ground. At that point, they didn't even try CPR. They called 911, of course. My father later said I was even using my finger to remove food that was stuck in his throat. Instead of CPR, they started praying. They said, "Lord, how can we celebrate Easter knowing this happened?" And the Lord heard their prayer. As they prayed, God brought that child back to life. When the paramedics arrived, they checked the child and said, "The child is fine."
And here's the second one.
At this resurrection, I was a direct witness. A lifeless child, about 3 years old, was brought to us and placed in the arms of one of our brothers. I was standing right there. The mother had already been told at the hospital that her child was dead. She was on her way to the morgue. This happened in the Congo in Africa, where people often carry their loved ones to the morgue themselves. And when we began praying for the child, we didn't know he was dead. But I can still vividly remember what I saw. The child's arms hung limp, his head drooped down. As we prayed, I watched. He opened his eyes and lifted his hands. The woman screamed loudly in shock, and the other women with her. They grabbed the child and ran off with him. Only later, we learned that the child had indeed been declared dead before. The next day, the stadium was packed. Over 20,000 people came to the evangelism crusade.
Consider subscribing for more videos like this.